Hello and welcome to another AO Scan tutorial. My name is Emily Mailer and we are going to be checking out SEFI multicast groups. So this is a great way to broadcast to a multitude of people or places and things at one time. And there have been so many updates, so I'm glad that I didn't make this ahead of time because just 2 weeks ago, they updated for a lot of saving changes. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a whole managing client groups. So you'll click on your name up here. You'll click on manage client groups and you'll see all of your groups here. I'm going to show you how to create a group. So I'm going to click the add button right there. I'm going to type in a group name and I'm just going to type in personal. This is going to get deleted because I'm just going to keep moving. So you click the add button, you search for the person. So I'm just going to search for my actual self. You can just type in one of these. You don't have to type in both, but I don't want to have anyone else's name come up. So here is me. I can add my direct being, my personal profile there. But then I'm going to add another, and then you can add as many people on here. So you can type in other people's names and just continue up to 16 per group and add them in. I'm going to search for myself again and do this little drop down. So I don't have any pets in here, but I do have spaces. So this is a whole other video I'm going to create for getting creative with spaces and getting creative with some other aspects of the AO scan. But this is some of the various ways that I have spaces. So I have all in streams of income. So I have all of the different ways that I offer services. I have some rooms in our house. I have our family as a space and object that's kind of more of like a stuffy group. But before they added this multicast option, so I don't really utilize that one very much. I have to my stomach muscles and my hernia. I have a hernia, and I'm actually going to choose that one and add it because I want to create this one. I actually will keep this one because it will be helpful to have. So there's that one, and I'm going to go back here and add more spaces. I have our home, and then I have all of our my social media accounts listed here. So I have a custom playlist that is called social media growth. So I put all of my social media accounts in here and I broadcast frequencies to that one every single day. And then I also have my bank account in there. I have Somerset County and the skies in Somerset County. So that's like, all the stuff there spraying in the skies to kind of try and clear some of that out of the air. I've seen some really good results with other people for that one. And it's just, I have it. Don't know if it's working or not, but I believe everything is supporting it in some way. So I'm just going to stick with those two, just not to overwhelm, but you can add up to 16 people or places and things into this. So then I'm going to hit the save button. And now I have a group called personal. I'm going to go back. If you click the infinity symbol here, that always takes you to your main menu. I'm going to click on SEFI and multicast. And it will pull up these options. So you have, means group, this means individual. So I can also just come over here to multicast, look up a subject. Oops, if I can spell my name right, and add myself that way. Loads. And then if I decide, you know what, I don't want to just do it to myself, I want it to a group, you click the X'd out group there. Choose the group, and I'm going to click personal, and it populates the group. So this is a super, and you can see there's already some things here because I have things saved, and anytime you add someone to a group, it's going to save them in that group. So if they're in multiple groups, it's best to just kind of have them in one group versus like all these groups. Anyway, you can click on the select playlist and you can choose the playlists you want to add. You create the playlists in custom playlists over in SEFI, but I'm not going to scroll through here because I do have client names throughout this, and Alan is just my husband, so not worried about his. but I'm going to do, this is for my stomach. I do have one that's called hernia, so I would typically choose hernia for that one. But I'm just going to click adrenal support just for the sake of I have something in here. You can add as many playlists as you want to this. I really typically don't do more than five. And I try to keep them within the same thing. The idea is that your body won't take whatever it doesn't need. But then you can click save as default. This is a new feature. So that will save it. And anytime I pull this group up, I will have that saved as a playlist. And all I have to do is run the flower scan. That one does have to be done every single time. And then you can enter an affirmation. So I am healed and lightened. That's what I'm going to say as an affirmation for my stomach muscles and hernia. I have diastasis recti. I have a hernia, which needs to like pop back in to its place and heal. So ideally I would have the hernia thing saved. You can save your affirmation so that it always comes up. You can see this one I have, I can't even, should be just I breathe freely, not I am breathe freely. But you can save that, and or if you want to change it, which I'll go ahead and do because I prefer proper grammar. And I have a lot of allergy playlists on this one just because of the season we are in. So then you click on flower, you click scan, and it runs a little scan for whoever that is. So for this one, it's scanning me. Might be dealing with some fear, aspen. There's a specific thing that comes with that. So if you have the course, you can look at the or you can look it up on Google, what aspen and fear relates to and what it supports, or it's even in your SEFI. For this, I'm going to scan my stomach muscles and hernia. Let's see what pops up here for an emotion. And the whole idea here with the emotion and the flower remedy is that it's supposed to help kind of get through any blocks that you have around receiving the frequencies. And it kind of just adds that extra emotional support element. So you'll see that each of these are different color. They are also a different sound. So I will play them so you can hear that. But I don't actually listen to the sound. Whenever I am broadcasting, especially for clients, I just click the mute button and I let it go. So I am going to show you a few other features. Here is the 30-second, 2-minute, or 5-minute. So if you want to have a specific time frame that it's running, you'll choose, say, 2 minutes, or I'll just do 30 seconds because it should be done by the time I'm done with this. You can click play, and then it will run through each of these one at a time. So right now it will do 30 seconds for me. Then it will do 30 seconds for the stomach. I think it actually may have, no, it's actually doing it at the same time. This button here, if you would choose this one instead, would then run through, there we go. It would run through 30 seconds for myself, and then it would run 30 seconds for the muscles and hernia. I actually don't use any of these options when I am broadcasting. I just click the actual tone, and then that broadcasts for an unlimited amount of time. You can turn it on and leave it on for an hour. You can leave it on for 10 minutes. You can leave it on all day. And I typically leave them on all day for my family. For my SEFI groups, I do an hour. Sometimes it's a little longer if I kind of forget that I have it running and forgot to set a timer. But then I come back and I stop the broadcast and then close out the tab. So that is a quick look at MultiCast. I hope that this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I will see you on another tutorial. Have a fantastic day.